for my hip 90-90, I'm going to start in our traditional 90-90 position, meaning my front leg is at 90 degrees in front of me, my back leg is at 90 degrees behind me. To do our external rotation, our hip ER, we're going to hinge forward with our sternum in line with our front knee. I'm going to reach my shoulders away from my hip and feel a stretch in my deep back pocket. When we talk about the hip 90-90 ER stretch, this is what we're referring to. When we talk about the hip 90-90 IR stretch, we're referring to stretching the back hip. So this back hip is an internal rotation. It's turned towards our midline. So I'm going to lean back and face my sternum towards my back hip. I'm going to squeeze this butt cheek and drive my hip forward gently. You'll get a stretch all in through that TFL area and in the front of your thigh and hip. We don't want to feel pain or pinching in the back of our hip or in our groin on any of these at any time. If you do feel pain, go ahead and back off. From here, we're going to do an IR iso hold. So we hold my static stretch, and then in order to flex into IR for a lift or a hold, I'm going to simply raise my back leg without twisting my hips. So I'm squeezing this muscle at the top of my hip, lifting and holding, or lifting for reps, being really diligent to do that all at the hip joint and not at our pelvis or low back. For our hip 90-90 holds on the front, if we want to think about squeezing the back of our hip, so I'm going to drive my knee through the floor as if I'm pushing my fist down into the ground, squeezing the back of my glute. So when we talk about ER, we've got our hinge and our stretch. When we do an ER hold with progressive angular isometric contraction, we're going to push our knee into the floor, squeezing your glute and holding for time and relaxing. You can also do a regressive angular isometric contraction. So I'm going to lift my front leg and lift and hold. So you see a variety of these exercises referred to in your programming. This is a complete explanation of the hip 90-90 and what we're referring to with different holds, in particular what we're referring to when we're talking about ER or external rotation of our front leg and IR or internal rotation of our back leg.